Thank you very much. I'm pleased now to invite Bishop Dr. Joseph Karil to deliver the inaugural address.
My dear professors of philosophy, a special mention of Madam Philosopher. I am flattered by your invitation to inaugurate this conference. I am a theologian by academic standards, but I must confess that I am not a practicing theologian, but only a preaching theologian. I am Bishop, you know. Our Pope recently spoke about a special type of fast. Fasting from making comments. This may be in connection with the discussions in the Synod, etc. Since many months, I have been practicing this fasting from making comments because this is a time of flash news. You say something, media cuts it, give a heading which has nothing to do with what you said or what you meant. Sometimes even the contrary. I am an old man, loving to end my life and mission in peace. Etymologically, I too am a philosopher, a lover of wisdom. Still, half-heartedly, I am here. When I was a philosophy student, in the second year of philosophy, I proposed a theory. Every theory is born with a seed of its opposite hidden inside it. In course of time, it grows inside and comes out like a pupa, becoming a butterfly. It disturbs the public domain, and the so-called peace-loving people comes out with a synthetical form. This is what is called thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was shouted down by my classmates. Yet another thesis of mine was, before original sin, there was sin. Nobody made any comment, nobody didn't understand perhaps. God created everything good. He said it is good. From the day one, man was trying to make it bad. God's fault was that he gave his freedom. In chapter 6 of Genesis, we read, God regretted that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. I said about the opposite inside. We were all given a red rose. I imagine Pope himself on the feast of Little Flower came with a red rose. Have you ever asked a question, why there is no blue rose? Somehow tried, but it doesn't come near to artificially one. It doesn't come near. The first time I saw other color, the first time came in mind, why there is no. That is what is called, when this is there, then you ask question. Famous cine artist, director, John Abraham produced a film, Agraharatile Kazhuta. Kazhuta is ass. Agraharam is a Brahminic settlement. The character ass comes out with a tag around its neck. It is written, Professor of Philosophy. He was an anarchist. One day he commented, before Abraham, I am, a theological statement. It is true because he is John Abraham. Scientists are fools to a great extent. In the Middle Ages, the best scientists in the world were engaged in experiments to produce gold in the laboratory. They failed. The basic law of the market, the supply and demand, these wise men didn't know. If there was gold in plenty in every laboratory, what value will be there for gold? But in this attempt, they got sulfuric acid, nitric acid, etc., which precipitated the Industrial Revolution. Our good God did help them to fail, and gold is still precious. The inventions of the science are hypotheses which can be replaced by another hypothesis. It's like Olympic records. They are there to be broken at any time. So too are scientific hypotheses. I just happened to see a book yesterday in a bookstore. This is a new book, Fake History, 100 Things That Never Happened. It's written by Joe Gedwick Tuveis. This is a lady. Penguin Books, 100 Things That Never Happened. Some of the things which we believe as true, told and retold by generations after generations, never happened. One example, she has proved that an apple never fell on the head of Newton. Marie Antoinette never said, if they don't have bread, let them eat cake. It was told by somebody else. I am fond of Yuval Noah Harari. I had been looking for the next book after 101 questions for, 21 questions for the 21st century. I didn't find a book. But recently, I watched part of an interview of him. He is very skeptical about artificial intelligence. The man who wrote Homo Deus, how could he be so skeptical? He said, artificial intelligence is the end of man, end of human history. aliens deciding and designing everything with no support or with no knowledge of man is a dreadful situation. Their artificial intelligence, we are going back to Homo faber. From Homo sapiens and then Homo deus, we are returning to Homo faber. One thesis Harari proposed was that with the inventions of biotechnology, gene therapy, etc., we have almost conquered death.